In this session, we're going to talk about some tools and techniques that can help you as you test and validate your ideas. This is a critical part of the design process because it determines whether or not you can move to the next stage or whether you should loop back around the stage that you're already in. We're mostly going to talk about physical prototypes, which are particularly useful in the third and fourth stages, creating a solution and refining a product. However, you can also prototype things more abstractly, which may be necessary in other stages of the process. There are three main reasons why you make prototypes. The first is for you to test out your ideas and prove that they really work. The second is so that you can share your ideas with others and get their feedback. And then finally, we make prototypes to help figure out the best way that our designs can be produced and implemented. There are many different types of prototypes. One of the first ones you might make is a proof of concept prototype. This allows you to test the core idea of your design and be sure that it actually works. Sketch models are simple prototypes that allow you to work out the details of the form and the function of your design. You can easily experiment with the geometry, the dimensions, the user interface, the way parts will fit together, and many other details of your design using simple, inexpensive materials. Visual prototypes are prototypes that look just like the real thing, and they allow you to get more detailed feedback about the form and interface of your design. Functional prototypes work just like the real thing, and they allow you to test the performance of your design. Pre-production prototypes look like and work like the real thing. They're very useful as you work out the details for how to manufacture your product, and also if you want to do pilot studies. Typically, as you go through the progression of these prototypes, you will find that they take more time to produce and are generally more expensive. So you want to learn as much as you can from the cheap and fast models before moving on to the more expensive ones. Prototypes take concepts and ideas and turn them into real, tangible models. For example, here's a computer rendition of a cook stove, and while it shows a lot of detail, it's still hard to imagine how it would feel to use this stove and to see how well it works. This is a sketch model of the stove, and even though it's very simple, using just a couple pieces of cardboard and some duct tape, it conveys a wealth of information. With this model, you could see if it's the right size for the pots you want to use, if it is the right height to be comfortable, if the handles are easy to use, if you can take the ashtray out for easy cleaning. We can learn a lot from just this very simple model. This is a functional prototype. You could try cooking with it. You could do emissions testing and see if you needed to change the size or position of the vent holes. You could find out if it is strong enough and stable enough to cook with large cast iron pans. This is the pre-production prototype. This is what you'd use to do the final emissions test to confirm the performance and to do household pilot tests. The key to good prototyping is figuring out what you want to learn and the most effective way to do it.